Hey there. So tonight, me and Matt watched When a Stranger Calls, a 2006 film directed by Simon West, and starring Camilla Bell, Tommy Flanagan, Katie Cassidy, Tessa Thompson, Clark Gregg, Derek DeLint, and a cast of other people that don't really matter. Uh, did you know Show Me was going off the air in a couple months, Matt?
Yeah, I
That's
found out
horrible.
today.
That sucks. Show Me is like kind of like our Hulu type thing. We got Show Me and Crave, and Show Me's gone off the air. And I don't own this movie in my collection, so I actually had to go to streaming for once. Uh, I guess I'll pick this one up, because it usually should be fairly cheap at a
Funny,
flea
we,
market.
we found out that it was going down earlier today, and we looked everywhere for this movie in the collection, and wasn't there. And we were like, let's just check it for fun, and then just
Right away.
right away.
So yeah, so we're gonna show you our thoughts on When a Stranger Calls.
What's this? I seem to be getting a call. We'll get back to
So in the second part of our, we're trying to decide on a name. So we got like the remake rewatch, we got reboot theater. You guys let us know what you think is the better name for it, or maybe you guys can think of an even better name. If you can, put it in the description box down below. Hope you guys are enjoying these. We're enjoying these. We're going to do them anyway because we like them. So tonight we decided to tackle something very different. Matthew had not seen When a Stranger Calls, and I don't think you saw the original, did you?
Nope.
So he's going in with a clean slate. He's not being like kind of like jaded by seeing the original, which was an incredible movie.
This is literally the exact opposite of the previous thing, where it's like something I love and know like immense amounts of.
Me, I did grow up with When a Stranger Calls. It's like one of the classics from when I was a child, and it's one that did creep me out when I was young. I love the way that the original one basically really kind of humanized the character. You didn't see that a lot in films back then, but it really humanized the killer, who was a monster of a guy actually. A big guy, but actually was what he did. Anyway, this is not that movie. Let's get back to the 2006 When a Stranger Calls. Now it starts off kind of promising. We hear a kind of a creepy voice on the phone, which I recognized immediately as Lance Henriksen. I didn't remember Lance Henriksen being a killer in this movie, so I was kind of confused. But yeah, I knew right away it was Lance Henriksen. I was like, yeah, this is Lance Henriksen. I thought, well, that's good. That's promising. The opening sequence, like, it kind of went on too long. They kept showing like kids going around to, like a park or something like that, and some girl like answering the phone. We didn't really see her; we just heard her. And I think they purposely had her have like kind of a really young voice, because the girl in this movie is playing a 16-year-old, and she's not 16, not even remotely 16. Anyway, so she dies. We off screen.
Yeah.
By the way, this is gonna be something that you're gonna have to get used to. This
I don't want to reveal our thoughts on the film just yet, but I do have another name idea for this segment.
You do?
Yeah.
What?
It's called Remake Regret.
Okay. That's cool, actually. Anyway, you want to take over a bit for this one?
All right, sure. All right. So, the cast of Degrassi Junior High have gotten together
Do not insult Degrassi Junior High.
to talk about, specifically we're seeing this one girl, who we learn is a runner. That won't be important ever again in the film. Even though they establish that there's like that she can make the 24 seconds and is a good runner, it's never gonna come up again.
She was 20 when she made this.
Basically, oh wow, she's younger than I was. basically, her boyfriend, the lamest looking guy in school, I guess, somehow landed himself
Her.
in
For what?
her at first, and then an angel ascended from heaven and said, "You get to kiss Katie Cassidy off screen." And we never see it, and they never actually share any on-screen time together. But it happened.
Maybe Katie Cassidy really didn't want to be showing that on screen.
So she's feeling the burn of her friend.
To be fair, the one scene
kissing.
he's not a bad actor.
He's not a bad actor. He's whatever.
Yeah.
She's feeling the burn of her friend having kissed her boyfriend.
But I'm sorry, if your friend is
no,
if your friend is Katie Cassidy, expect that.
Yeah,
because she's Katie Cassidy. That's our second Katie Cassidy remake in a row.
You can tell there's a split between her and her friends because they don't want to talk to Katie Cassidy too much, which is a sin because it's Katie Cassidy. And we also meet up with her other friend, who's an actress from something. Who I'm gonna say, was it Veronica Mars? I feel like she was in Veronica Mars.
Tessa Thompson. I know she was in Creed, but I don't think you know her from there. She was like the girlfriend in Creed.
I know I've seen her in something.
Paul Creed's son's girlfriend.
Yeah, she was in Veronica Mars.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah. The moment I saw her, I was like, that's a girl from Veronica Mars. But she's not important because she'll never appear again in the film to any capacity that really means anything. None of these beginning scenes mean anything to the rest of the plot at all.
Except for the Katie Cassidy scene.
Except for the Katie Cassidy scene, but that almost doesn't matter either. Basically, she spent a lot of time talking to her boyfriend on the phone, and she went 800 minutes over her minutes on her cell phone.
Let me give you a dramatic reenactment of this. Matt.
Yeah?
You realize you spent over 800 extra minutes on the phone?
Which is probably
now it's going to be like over $1,000 in bills. You know what you're going to have to do now?
Oh my God.
You're going to go up to a rich mansion.
I don't even care.
You're going up to a rich mansion. You're going to spend, and you're going to babysit.
Oh no.
You're going to eat lots of good food.
I don't get to go to my school's rendition of The Wicker Man.
And instead, you know what you're going to do? You can have your friends up.
You have your friends up. You can eat as much food as you want. You can call anyone, and the kids are already asleep, so you don't have to do anything in this mansion. Yeah. Her dad, Agent Phil Coulson.
Yeah, Clark Gregor's in this.
The most likable guy ever, by the way. Like, he's
always likable.
Like, the moment we saw him, he was the nicest dad. He's like, you cost us a couple $1,000. Go have fun. She gets to the thing. She meets, like...
Derek DeLint is in this movie, too.
They're, like, nice people.
It's Derek DeLint from Poltergeist Legacy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that's nice to say about the film. She meets nice parents. They seem like nice people.
It's Derek DeLint.
I mean, they don't ever show her the kids, but they say, oh, they're sick, let them go, whatever. What follows is another 60 minutes of literally nothing happening. At all. Sorry. This is from time to time. Oh, wait. Dad, I think I heard a noise. It's a water bottle!
Yeah, the lamest jump scares you are ever going to see in any film happen in this movie. There's a cat that literally looks like he gets pushed on camera.
He doesn't jump out. He just gets kind of pushed.
Now, I got to go, but this was directed by Simon West, the guy that directed Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and The Expendables 2. This, he's an action director. This could not have been less action if it tried.
It's so...
For 60... I fell asleep twice during this movie. For 60 minutes, she walks around, she gets phone calls, and
You're not threatening.
For like 4 minutes of the film, Katie Cassidy shows up, and it's like...
They just, like, mend fences and then
a holy light shines on this movie for like 4 minutes, and Katie Cassidy is always just brightens it up.
I had literally no expectations. So there's a part at the beginning, right? Where I'm like, okay, they've introduced Katie Cassidy. They've introduced the boyfriend. They've introduced the girl from Veronica Mars. They've talked about the housekeeper, who I'm assuming is already dead, but we found out isn't already dead. But that doesn't matter because I'm going to get to that in a second. And they've mentioned the son in college who lives at the other place, right?
And who never shows up.
And I was like, that is 5 potential victims. I see what they're doing here. We're going to get the reveal, but they're going to come over probably, and phone line's gonna be cut or something. There's some reason that she can't call the police.
And we don't see the killer, so part of us are like, hey, maybe the killer's going to be the son or something like that. Maybe it's going to be something.
Yeah, that could have been interesting
kind of a twist.
Too.
Nope.
No.
Just some killer.
I mean, people do die off screen.
Everybody dies.
Cassidy dies off screen.
She is so good in the part that she's in. Yeah, she's
good in pretty much every part that she's in.
The movie is literally just a snooze fest. Really boring. And this Camilla Bell actress, she's actually she's a very attractive young lady. She's very easy on the eyes. Well, what is she supposed to do? I mean, there's literally what's her direction is: walk around house, pick up phone, eat some food, put on some jewelry, take off some jewelry, hear a noise, get a cat pushed at you. Nothing is going on.
Was this the first film she did? She's 20, so...
She's 20, she's young, I don't know.
Because she's
still making, she's doing stuff. She was in,
I'm a little sore.
Dirty Dancing 3, which is a short. It's coming out it came out in 2010.
I'm sorry, but, she really wasn't very good.
She was in 2000 BC.
She just really wasn't very good. And, funnily enough, this compares to our last film, where you see Katie Cassidy, and you're like, yeah, it's Katie Cassidy. But, unlike last time around, where Katie Cassidy died, and I was like, shit, and then I was like, oh yeah, Rooney Mara, I think her name was.
Yeah, Rooney
Mara. Is actually also pretty cool, and Nick, what was it again, Callinger?
Kyle Gallner.
Kyle Gallner. Alright, both of those two people, especially Kyle, are awesome and fun, and they can carry a film.
Is Kyle your man crush?
No. But she just really can't. This new girl she's not very good at this acting thing. And she's already, it's already boring enough.
But it's hard to gauge. I mean,
I can't feel the tension. I can't feel the sincerity. I don't care about her.
I could feel my eyelids
she doesn't do anything. And I'm not her boyfriend cheated on her. Is that the connecting fiber?
He kissed Katie Cassidy.
Yeah, he kissed Katie Cassidy. But is that supposed to be the connecting fiber? Because so far she's acted like an aloof bitch about spending thousands of her parents' dollars. Got treated to a mansion for the fact. And she never checks on the kids once. She just chills there. We hear
she had to miss out on Student Wickerman.
Okay. We hear from someone, they're just oh, we hear great things about you from the Thompsons.
Nothing in this movie.
I don't care about her. They don't give her any character. They don't make me care about her for any reason. She's having boy troubles. Wowee.
They literally
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they literally like, hey, this girl is pretty. That's enough for you to care about her. No, it's not. You got to give us something to
You know what? This is going to sound
I'm shallow.
Horrible.
And I still...
this is going to sound horrible, but honestly, for once, this is the only time you're ever going to have to hear me say this, I care more about Laurie Strode from Rob Zombie's Halloween. At least we get to see her with her parents, that she has fun with them, even if she does a stupid bagel thing. You see that, they like each other, and she says, nice things to kids. This girl just fucks about for the entire video.
Even when she's in, one of the most likable actors you can meet playing her dad, Clark Gregg, basically...
That's why I was
he's doing this, kind of father-daughter kind of bonding moment, and she's, just bored on the phone type of thing.
Dad, shut up.
And it's it just makes her character look horrible. She's very badly set up in this movie.
She does
really
that, nothing. And then at one point she takes out the people's jewelry and some of their clothes and tries to try it on. And I was like, this girl's the worst baby. She hasn't checked the kids once. She's putting your jewelry on and looking through your closet. This is terrible.
When your local serial killer has to tell you that it's time to do your freaking job, hey, maybe you should do your job.
I've never seen the original. I'm assuming in the original, it's more of a have you checked the children? She's like, oh my god, have I checked the children?
Yeah, she does. She goes up and checks.
With this one, he's like, one, we've seen her for now 40 minutes of not doing anything but whatever the hell she wants.
Well, you're a fan of Gotham, right?
Yeah.
Well, the girl that plays the Penguin's mother in Gotham was the girl that played the babysitter in the original When Stranger Calls.
Oh, cool. And then like when the guy's like, have you checked the children? She's like, she's looking around like, the children? What children? Oh yeah, I have a fucking job I'm doing. She's boring. It's boring. The film is boring. There's nothing to say. There's nothing we can say. This isn't going to be a 50-minute rant again about, hey, well, actually, if you look back at this one, it's pretty damn good. It's boring. This film is boring.
We kind of dreaded doing this review because we really didn't know how we were going to put some like nice stuff in here, or just put something in here, like even if we're going to rag on it. But here's the thing: this movie is so bland. It is so boring. There is so much nothing on the screen for pretty much almost the entire film, and the last 10 minutes or so doesn't make up for it. She gets like one or two action sequences, which makes you think that, hey, this girl would have been better if she would have
action-packed.
If this was an action-packed thriller type of thing. She does a couple. I think that's pretty cool. If that's her, not a stunt double, that looks pretty cool. But Tommy Flanagan is wasted in this. This is the guy from Sons of Freaking Anarchy, the guy from Braveheart. He's got this huge scar on his face, where he's shadowed for the entire movie. And I can understand if
except for that one sequence where they were
at
like,
the end, yeah, which shows them forever.
Like shows like 15
every time
just...
they try to do a jump scare, they can't do it. They prolong it so much so that it's not only do you know it's coming, but you're bored and you're not scared and you don't care by the time it comes. This movie ends with its kind of Carrie-esque jump scare, and you know what? It's not scary at all.
It's also bafflingly stupid.
It just drags on. Just like the rest of the movie, this jump scare drags. It drags and it drags and it drags, and you want to slap it.
It's obvious setup for a jump scare, too. It's obvious stupid setup for a jump scare, because are you telling me that after 10 minutes of, like, this guy chasing her around, she's gone completely insane?
Go home, jump scare. You're drunk. There's a movie reviewer. I think it might have been Chris Stuckman, and he did like this video. I think it was Chris Stuckman, like about like what's right and what's wrong in modern day horror films. And he talked about like the jump scare and how it was been overused. This is a perfect example of that. Except that, remember, like in like certain movies like Conjuring stuff, where the jump scare is kind of a natural aspect of the film. This isn't. Everything about this seems unnatural. Everything about this seems fake. I've seen scarier like high school plays put off, and more adept ones. What the hell is Katie Cassidy doing in this? What is Clark Gregg doing this? What is Tommy Flanagan doing this? What is Lance Henriksen doing this?
I can imagine that was an easy paycheck.
Very easy paycheck.
Just literally like say a couple words. Like the phone calls aren't long.
How have you checked the children? I didn't have the Irish lilt that the original guy had. Originally, I was kind of like Irish or Scottish. And you know what? What's ironic is that the actor that plays the killer actually is Scottish. But his voice isn't used in the movie. And it's not like this was like an unknown or a bad actor. No, Tommy Flanagan's a really good actor. Check out some of the stuff he's been in. IMDb, that guy. What a waste. What a waste of a cast. What a waste of a film. What a waste of a nice house. It was a great set. And it's so underutilized.
What a nice set. Oh, wow, we found a pro.
Boringly shot.
The set was good.
The set was good. Yeah, there's a pro. The set was good. Katie Cassidy, for the short part she was in it, was good. I love her line where basically her friend has to make up with her because she says basically, I'm a bitch. That's my friends, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. Your friends know I'm a bitch. That's what I am. It's kind of like, the old parable where the scorpions is being brought across on the river, and he stings. Stings the
tortoise?
Yeah, and basically what is it?
It's like a turtle.
Something like a turtle, yeah.
A turtle or a tortoise.
Yeah, and he says, "Well, why'd you do that?" Well, that's my nature. And she says, "I'm a bitch. That's why I kissed your boyfriend." And that's a really good line done by a really good actress. and then we're just put back into
Nothing.
nothing again.
I don't know what else to say about this film.
I think we've said it
It's
all.
boring.
I'm sorry that this didn't come off as a more exciting, action-packed review, but it was an exciting, action-packed film. Uh,
It's just so boring.
There's so much nothing going on the screen.
You know what? A perfect example of how this film is actually in the film itself. You said in the original, the kids are dead.
Yeah, it's really like
In this film,
it's a shock actually.
he says, "Have you checked the children?" And she freaks out. She goes upstairs slowly. She goes to the door.
Yeah.
She turns the door handle and she opens it. And the kids are fast asleep, sleeping fine.
Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening. And that's what
Exactly.
this film is. Literally nothing is happening.
Well, this has been remake rewatch, a
Regret.
reboot theater.
Just regret. Just
Lots and lots of regret. And the sad part is, I'll still buy this as part of my horrible movie collection because I got the original and I want to have like both of them. maybe I can watch with the commentary and it'll be better. Can't get worse.
the commentary would probably just be snoring.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made this film. I'm sorry.
And stay awake that long.
Well, watch this movie around Halloween time
don't ever do
if
that.
you want to have a nap. Because that's about the only time you're going to want to watch
having,
When
like,
Stranger Calls
Intense
2006.
insomnia. Yeah, watch it.
It was a really bad film. I am Aaron. I am the movie professor. This is...
Tired at this point. Just drowsy.
And for me, it really is. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I am dropping with sleep. But right now it is time for, well, it really seriously is time for tea.
I don't know what you expect me to do for a stinger for this one. It was an hour. Like, it's 80 minutes of silence and walking. I don't know what to do. I could say, have you checked the children, but that'd be too obvious. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Where's the murder weapon? That's the thing. There wasn't one.
It was the film.
Did we decide?
We did. We picked the round.
Yeah, we really should have.
We picked. We
I don't know. There's so many others we could have done.
yeah, we
wanted-
had like other choices
You
there.
wanted to do like a bad. You're like, let's do one that's gonna be bad because we just did one that we actually liked.
Yeah.
And I was like me. I was well, it'd be possibly interesting if we did like. Well, you were like talking ones that I was like, oh my god. I was like, we could do like one of the other big ones.
No, I said April Fool's
You
Day.
wanted to do those ones, and I was like,
And
these are all gonna be bad. I felt like this was gonna be the least bad, which is why I was like, yeah, sure, do that one instead of April Fool's because I remember April Fool's being awful.
April
Well,
Fool's,
like-
Matthew.
This was just garbage.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Next time we'll pick something better.
I kind of want to do April Fool's Day.
Okay, I guess.
Hopefully, stay
Prepare
awake.
for like more disappointment.
Give it a shot. We watched a Nightmare on Elm Street and we actually liked it this time around.
Yeah, but like
We watched this movie here and we almost fell asleep.
I hadn't seen Nightmare on Elm Street in 6 years.
When's the last time April Fool's Day? The remake.
Last year, I think.
Good cast. I remember that much.
Pretty bad. It's good cast, bad movie.
Toolbox Murders too. What about that one? Have you seen that one?
No.
Drusilla's in it.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
I have a crush on Drusilla from Buffy, so.
I was actually going to ask what she did after Buffy.
Toolbox Murders.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah, there we go.
I'm glad her career went like far. Like, I mean, Dave Brian's got bones. She got.
Yeah. I know you're a fan of the series, but I'm kind of like, okay, I'm glad she's got Toolbox Murders. Thank you guys for watching.
Filled
T.
with self-loathing
Need.
and regret.
Oh, I'm not even. I don't see. You know what? That movie doesn't even do that for me. I'm just. It is so bland that I just.
Now that you've done these after credit sequence things, I have to think of like 2 stingers, and as if you just saw the other part, I couldn't think of a first stinger. Like,
Quest for a Stinger.
viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Wait,
Super boring. Really super boring. You're not gonna believe how bored you're gonna be. You remember that time, like when you had nothing to do, and you're like, God, there's nothing on TV. Like like I've read these a million times. I'm not sure if I want to watch that movie again. I don't know what to do.
don't watch that movie again.
It's worse than that. It's way more boring than that.
I-
Watch that movie, not that movie. Watch that movie, whatever that movie is. Watch that one again.
I'd rather take an exam right now. I'd honestly rather like sit down with the TV on mute, watching the news.
I will watch 90 minutes of Bueller, Bueller, Bueller before I watch this one again.
Oh,
This is gonna be a long time before I watch this movie again. Because I'm not
going to watch this movie again.
I will watch if there's a commentary version. I gotta see that. I gotta see what Simon West was thinking. So I made
This
this.
was the scene where I wanted to go to sleep.
So I made all these action movies before, and I thought, let's really stretch that out. Let's do a movie with no action. Let's see how that works.
He could have filmed a chair.
This is the chair at 101. This is the chair at 102. I watched that. I watched that more than this. I watched Two Girls in a Cup before I watched that.
Oh no!
Oh God, maybe not. Let's not think about that.
Well, to be fair, this movie was like watching 2 girls and a cup just sitting down.
Still, that would have been one more girl exciting. Thanks for watching, guys.
Save yourself.